Okay, and you are going live.
Hello, Mr. Rajiv.
Good afternoon, Mr. Barucha.
I'm excited to be with you.
Likewise. Well, I'm
We
back in
have
my
some,
t-shirt days.
yeah, are we wearing matching TR shirts?
Yes, and the weather is beautiful again.
It's a really
Okay,
nice day.
so you have got the breaking news today?
This is the breaking news. So breaking news across Canada. The Bank of Canada raised their interest rate 0.5%.
Mhm.
The expected interest rate hike is supposed to be 0.75%. So it's
Yeah,
about 50% less than that. So we have seen the interest rise. From the graph, you can see that annual is starting to come down. And I mean, we don't even have to really look at graphs to see that, Rajiv. I'm seeing it. I'll give you an example. Amazon Prime Day. It's supposed to be a one of our clients was talking to us and saying to me, he's like, "Did you realize it was over 2 days or multiple days?" And Walmart is having more and more sales. They need to get inventory off the shelves. So it's very interesting to see the different perspective on on the marketplace and seeing where we're at. Yours?
yeah, yeah. So, like we are continuing this email, we are both sitting at different places. So there will be a little bit of technical issues of, some wavelength. You will lose Zux's voice. You get probably his speaking twice at the same time, echoing. So, well, part of technology work, right? So we apologize for
The
that.
rising inflation cost.
Yes, yes, and I noticed that Zuxis, they did. There was there was a news that they may go 75 basis point, but they ended up at 50. But they're not stopping yet because I think there's another one due in December in a month's time after that. So we don't know what's in their pot left. But as you see the next slide, it does give a little bit of synopsis in there, because it's there is a cost of demand, and labor markets they remain pretty tight at this moment. We also see that the it is affecting the real estate industry and the other industries as well. So it is worldwide, and like I always say, we are all in the same storm but different boats.
Exactly, exactly. And
Yeah.
I was talking to a client this morning and saying to them in a way how blessed we are. If the only sometimes we have to look back at history to be able to try and predict the future.
Yeah.
And I remember in 2008. I know I wasn't in the industry at the point, but I know you were, and I know you've all told me it was a 6 month blip relative to US, which took 5 years to recover the way we did.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
I know this is hurting people. I know this is hurting businesses. I know this is hurting industries. But at the end of the day, I think everybody has the mentality of like, this hurts, but at the same time, let's rip the band, let's fix this, and let's move on.
Yes, success. The thing is that 2008, 2009
Very different.
was totally different because that was a system created problem.
Yeah.
That was a totally system created problem. And that was only in North America. The here this time is all global, and there is a major factors as we talk in this as well. It's a war in Russia, and there's a probably distraction going on where some political situations, and then COVID. All this has brought so many roller coaster ride in every industry and household worldwide, and that's which causes end of the day an emotional imbalance in every human being, And that
100%.
imbalance causes a different reaction. And that different reaction is, yeah.
No, the absolute 100% right. Point I was trying to make when I said we're blessed. We live in a country that has conservative policies, no matter which direction the storm come from many different directions, and we have ways to battle it. So in that sense, it's a question of the reading is that they want to be more responsible to protect more.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. And it's the blessing is that we are in Canada, and Canada is one of the most sought after country in the world to come and stay, settle here, start your new life. And we have a lot of good quality water and oxygen and resources, and people and different diversity, different backgrounds. It's amazing country to work with and live in.
and it's the perfect segment into what we're about today, which is
Yes.
and foreign buyers real estate market. So let's just give you some facts. The number one the number of permanent residents or PR that Canada welcomes each year is the immigration level plan. So 2019 we had about close to 350,000 residents. So these are people, not work permits, not other visas that are coming in. These are people who applied for immigration and have been granted immigration status. Canada, you have to become a PR first, and then after you've done for days and things, item checklists, you can apply for citizen. So in 20, even though the pandemic hit, we had almost 200 permanent residents come in. And the Liberal government of Canada has put in a mandate to increase relative to the Conservative Party, the last party, to increase the amount of immigrants coming in Canada. And I was really amazed by these numbers. 75% of Canada's immigration growth. This is not Canada's population. This is Canada's population growth comes from immigration and economic category. So that means we're getting very skilled workers coming to this country. And that right now, if we feel in Canada there's a lot of immigrants coming in, what's exciting is that it's going to be percent of 50% more what they had. So they had 20% of population in 2011, and in the next 50 years we're looking at 30%. So that's a very exciting number. And Rajiv, you're an immigrant. I'm an immigrant. We came here as separate families, 5 years apart from each other. And there's one thing I have noticed. When you came to Canada and when I came to Canada, I remember my parents. They didn't come here with jobs in hand. They came here with nothing extra, just their savings they had, and they came here. And they came here and they had to do volunteering for something called Canadian Experience. I'm sure you remember that term.
Yes, absolutely. I actually, just hold on, I have to readjust my laptop to my neck level because I was bending too much. Yes, absolutely. I remember those days. I went to different schools to get the Canadian style of presentation of my interview jobs and resume creation. I have gone through that. Yes.
So I look at the immigrants coming in here today, and I'm not saying all of them. Many more today are coming here. We help so many clients who we haven't even met physically, who are still sitting in their home country, who are sent us their documents saying they've got permanent resident status, and they're coming here with jobs, $200,000 in hand, probation period, and coming here with the PR stuff. So from day one, job in hand. And so the level of, it's not only a question of their savings coming here, it's their savings plus they're generating in the and spending in the economy right away.
Yeah.
So
absolutely, success. There has been a big change from our time when we came. And I think our time was also a big change from our previous generation's time, how things have moved with modernization, with communication system and everything else. Absolutely.
Labor shortages. This is a key thing that needs to be addressed. I go most places you go to you like health wanted signs. Um, and with regards to immigrants, they do make up a large portion of that labor shortage. 37% of pharmacists, physicians, dentists, registered nurses, like this healthcare is a massive topic. And with baby boomers retired and soon going to that critical health phase of their life, this is going to be more important than ever. Um, we we are also seeking proposals to new measures to support robust and resilient recovery. We're seeing 85 million investment to reduce backlog in Canadian immigrants. So people are still sitting overseas. The pandemic created backlogs for them and delays in getting their status in Canada. That is going to be cleared up.
Yes, absolutely, Zaxis. One before our audience may feel that we are talking so many things. May Is there anything relevance towards the main topic of the foreign tax and all? The What we want to also help people understand. Look at the percentages you and Annie have put together. Is the highly skilled quality people are coming in. That is the most important thing. They are not, majority of them are coming with the money and the funds to contribute into the country of Canada and bring their own, not only money, but they bring in their skills and their experiences and knowledge. So that helps the country itself put together to grow faster.
100%. And this half says it all. With regard to the number of immigrants coming in, I mean, you just have to look at the graph, the level of
Yes.
increase, which is very, very, very.
Wow.
So, now let's trim it down and focus on more on the real estate. That's what we're here for, as your real estate resource. With regards to the investment in res building construction, and this was as August this year, you can see the millions and billions of dollars that are going into this sector. On one hand, if we have people arriving in our country, we need home in order for them to live. Like having a roof is a necessity, and so building property is to be the main focus of most governments where we see an immigrant base come to and land. So British
Yeah.
Columbia, Alberta, Ontario, Quebec, we're going to see growth over the next number of years. I know in Ontario we are scheduled. The need is about 1.5 million homes by 2032, I believe. And the most number of homes we've ever built in a year is around 80,000.
Yeah.
So how we're going to get to the numbers is completely separate
That's a good
topic.
That's a big question.
But then it basically boils down to what? It boils down to supply and demand. And that's where this all comes down to is where we're going to see the growth. So just to just give people some highlights. And by 41, then the country population is going to be close to 50 in people. And about half of that will be immigrants or children of immigrants. So you're going to see the workforce grow quite a bit. And on average, we're going to see major cities, Toronto, that growth is going to be constant. And Western provinces, we're seeing growth in Alberta, seeing growth in BC further, and also in other places, Windsor, where you have that crossover in the US coming in. There's going to be good growth there. So where this growth is going to relate in different industries. It's going to relate into housing into the food industry, into the need better infrastructure in order to support this growth. So when we look with regards to the Stats Canada numbers with Toronto and Ontario, when we look at the total number of immigrant populations, right, out of it's almost it's split before 1981, and when we look at the non-immigrants, it was almost half and half.
Yeah.
So we're seeing that growth happen. It's going to continue. More and more people want to come to the country. With a lot of instability or instability in other countries, first world countries like the US, UK. You've seen the economics, like their prices are in a different league. There are countries where Canada is looking like a brighter and brighter star. So people do want me. There's lots of opportunity.
Yeah, these are great numbers. I mean, it's a very solid number to look at, and it's an eye opener for people to understand what's happening.
100%. And you can see the percentage of number coming to Ontario, how many come to Toronto.
Yeah.
So this is a very interesting topic, which is the purchase of resident property by non-Canadians. So I just want to define what this is. So if you have status in Canada, so if you're a permanent resident, or a citizen, this does not apply to you. This applies to people who are here on other visas, things like that, where basically they're not allowed to purchase property. Now, again, for those who are aware and those who are unaware, in Ontario we had something called the foreign buyers. That was increased to 20% really, but this is basically prohibiting the purchase of residential property, and it's only a 2-year law that basically to clear some clog out. But what does this do, Reggie? This tells me there's going to be put more and more demand on the rental properties.
Absolutely, Zaxis. I look at many things just like you also, that if one change is happening in an aggressive way, there are other doors are open for other growth. So if one is becoming against a policy and because of political reasons, the other doors are open for the people to invest and make money.
100%. So this is going to be a very important factor. We're going to see the effect of this only starting in 2020, but we will see the continuous effect for probably more than 2 years. So with regards to that, I know this is a topic that's a lot of dry facts to it, like the numbers, but the end of the day, our message is simple. Growth is happening. We may not see it in this moment. We may not see this with these interest rate hikes happening, but every single week when we come on this call, we say the same thing. Don't wait to buy real estate and wait. It's a long-term game. And over the course of the years, this what we want to show you, that these are the effects. And by the time the market has realized something has happened, it's too late. The opportunity potentially missed. The greatest opportunity. So
absolutely. So short form is you snooze, you lose.
Yeah, exactly. So if you have any questions for us, please reach out all over social media. Reach out to teamrajpal.com or email.com, and feel free to ask any question. We are your real estate resource and get you the proper educated results you do need in order those decisions.
Absolutely, and we are always here to educate, empower you, and everybody with information based on the knowledge we put through, so that you're able to make an educated decision. We are here to build your portfolio. We are here to help you make the right choice for yourself.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful
Yes.
day. Take care.
Bye.